Advantage Broadcasting. Move ahead.
Greg Hennis alongside Joe Galati. We're back at the Motor Zone, 1835 North Black Horse Pike in Williamstown, New Jersey. If you're looking for buy here, pay here when it comes to your next automobile, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The Motor Zone is definitely a different kind of buy here, pay here opportunity, one like you've never seen before. And Joe, whether you're from South Jersey, whether you're from Delaware, whether you're from the Philadelphia metro area, you guys are ready to go and ready to help the folks when they come to the Motor Zone.
That's right, Greg. Not just from South Jersey. We used to be just South Jersey, but now we've expanded to Delaware. We've expanded to the Philadelphia metropolitan zone area, and we're paying your tolls. If you come on in, we'll even pay your tolls to get here. It's that simple.
Now, I got to tell you, Joe, there's a lot of things that are unique about the Motor Zone, and number one thing that really makes the Motor Zone unique is some of the extra things you guys do. Like, for example, you just mentioned it, whether you come from South Jersey, whether you come from the Philadelphia metro area or Delaware, number one, you have financing available to help those folks that qualify. But in addition to that, Joe, you pay the tolls. That's one thing that makes a difference. But something else that makes a difference are the little things. For example, you guys have cars that they can come here and buy with as little as $99 down. Now, folks, I realize that's not something you normally hear when you talk about buy here, pay here, but as little as $99 down, including the tax and tags without the bump.
Without the bump.
Without the bump.
No bump here at the Motor Zone. That's right, Greg. Our down payments start as low as $99. That's it, as low as $99. Right now we're running a special, though, that we're going to double your down payment from here until the end of the month up to $1,000. So that means if you put down $99, we'll double the $99. But if you put it down up to $1,000, we'll even double that. And you know what? They are all the nice things about the Motor Zone and all that. But I'll tell you the number one thing, and this is deep from down inside. The number one thing, the number one question they have when they come in is, buy here, pay here. You know, you make all them payments, and at the end, you have no credit for it. I think one of our number one outstanding things are that we report each and every payment, not to one, not to two, but to all three credit bureaus. That's Experian, that's Equifax, and that's TransUnion. Wow. Every single payment goes to all three bureaus. And you know what? So if you're looking to reestablish your credit or establish your credit, this is the game. This is the place to come.
Now, I got to tell you, Joe, the saying you guys have here at the Motor Zone is so true. I love the Motor Zone. So you stop and think about it. Number one, buy a car with as little as $99 down, including your tax, including your tags. Of course you love that. Number two, matching your down payment dollar for dollar up to $1,000. So if you give them $5, that $5 becomes $1,000. If you give them $1,000, that $1,000 becomes $2,000. What's not to love about that? That's something else you're going to love. Of course, reporting to all three credit bureaus, which helps reestablish your credit. You got to love that. The fact that they're going to pay their tolls, you got to love that. Whether you're from South Jersey, whether you're from Delaware or the Philadelphia metro area, and you're looking for a different kind of buy here, pay here experience, there's nothing not to love about the Motor Zone. So whether you're 5 minutes away or 50 minutes away, it's worth your call to make that call to the phone number on the bottom of your screen. And guess what, folks? When you come here and you visit with Joe and the staff, you're going to say you love the Motor Zone. Now, all those things, okay, make the Motor Zone special. But here's something else that I understand you also have going on. You have a weekly payment drawing going on, which means if you come in here, right, Joe,
yes,
and make your weekly payment, if it's your week to have a payment scheduled, and you make your weekly payment as a customer, you're going to get entered into a drawing, correct?
Yeah, but that's not quite it. You don't even have to come in here. In other words, if you make your payment, whether it's being online, and that's a good point you bring up, because you don't have to come all the way here to make your payment. There's a couple different ways you could do it. Number one, you could do it online. Number two, you could do check by phone. Number three, which is the best, you could have automatic withdrawal right out of your account, and that we even give you a discount for. So what that means is, if your payment goes in any of those ways that particular week, on Saturdays, we're going to have a drawing, and whoever is picked out of that drawing, as long as their payments are up to date, we're going to make their next payment for them.
Hey, so if your name is pulled in that weekly payment drawing on Saturdays, your next payment is paid by the Motor Zone?
You got it.
Now, guaranteed they're going to say they love that, right?
Right, but there is a limit on that. We're only going to pay, no, whatever your payment is, that's the payment we're going to make.
Now, what about a referral program? With all this other stuff going on, have you slimmed down the referral program a little bit?
You have to cut something away. No, we didn't. We didn't slim that down either. We knocked it down to what the rest of the people give, $25. And then we said, no, should we give $50? No, we'll be just a little bit better. We'll give $75. And then I said, why do that? Let's go right back to our $200 referral fee. And you don't even have to buy a car here. All you have to do is know our program, send somebody in, they buy the car, you get two, not one, but $200.
Now, there is one more thing we've got to cover here.
Buy the car.
Okay, got to buy the car. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? If they buy the car, you're going to get that $200 referral fee. It's that simple. Now, all these other things going on, there is one other thing that makes the Motor Zone unique. There's actually a lot more, but one more thing we want to make sure we bring up. Something new you have going on. When you come here to the Motor Zone, and we know a lot of you have one of these, smartphone. You go on Facebook. You check in at the Motor Zone, and guess what happens? You are registered for a drawing where each week they're going to give away a $25 gift certificate just for checking in and liking them on Facebook. You don't even have to like them. Just check in when you're here at the Motor Zone, and you're automatically registered for a $25 gift certificate. You can't beat it. So, if you're looking for something to love, Joe, you've got everything to love here.
Definitely the Motor Zone. But I'll tell you, one other big thing that we missed on, and back to buying the car, the real thing about the car is here at the Motor Zone, you don't buy the car, drive over the curb, and you're on your own. It isn't that we give you a 30-day warranty or a 60-day warranty. We don't do any of that stuff. What do? We give you a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty.
Whoa.
2 years, not 1 year, 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty, not just motor, rear, and trans. I mean, your power windows are covered. Your power door locks are covered. That's the way we do it. And we
did you
do
just say
that.
the word give?
Give. It means it costs you zero.
It's included.
Nada. Zero.
Wow.
Nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, if you're looking for something to love and you're looking for buy here, pay here, guess what? It's all here at the Motor Zone, 1835 North Black Horse Pike in Williamstown, New Jersey. Matching your down payment dollar for dollar up to $1,000. That's right. Now through the end of the month, they will match your down payment dollar for dollar up to $1,000. They report each and every payment you make to all 3 credit bureaus. That's a big thing. Down payment starting as low as $99 without the bump. And what is the bump? The tap on the shoulder where they say, well, that's great, $99, but how are you paying for the tax and tags? You won't hear that here at the Motor Zone. And Joe, one last thing before we talk some more and we meet some of the other folks here at the Motor Zone. Here at the Motor Zone, when you come and check out the inventory is all about variety, and every car has been checked and double-checked, and it's not just thrown out on the front line, is it?
Well, I know what, a lot goes into that warranty, and one of the things that goes into a warranty is, I mean, you're talking cars that are used. There's no warranty company in their right mind that is going to go into a buy here, pay here lot where they just take the cars off the truck, line them up on the front line, don't check the oil, don't do anything, just sell the car as it. Yeah, they won't do that. They don't do that. But here at the Motor Zone, what we do is every car has to be certified. To be certified, they go through a multi-point safety check. If there's anything on that fails on that safety check that has to be repaired or replaced, that's when we do it. We do it right there and then. That's the only way I could get the car certified, so I could give a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty on the car. And not one car goes out of here without that 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty on it.
Joe, when they leave the Motor Zone, what is the one word they're going to say?
I love the Motor Zone.
Making your first visit here? No problem. We'll pay the tolls. Here at The Motor Zone.
Hello again. I'm Joe Galati, General Manager of the Motor Zone. I'm standing here with Hector. Hector's our buyer. Hector's the one that's responsible for supplying all these vehicles. He's the one that goes from auction to auction. Nah, he doesn't go auction to auction because we don't go to the auction and buy cars. Here's what we do. Hector goes around from dealership to dealership. And what he does is he cherry picks their trade. Does a Carfax on the car before he even thinks about buying it. Then looks at the car, cherry picks the car. When he decides that he wants that car, he buys that car, and then we drive that car back to our lot, and that's where it gets dumped on the front line, and nobody checks the oil, and we just sell them. Right, Hector?
No, not quite. You're almost there, Joe. Almost there. No, our cars, once I do drive them, once I check a Carfax, read it, make sure we've had no airbags deployed, no frame damage on the car, we do drive the car back to our lot, but before it goes on the front line, we do get it, we send it out, get it fully checked out, we get the car certified, make sure it's safe, then it gets cleaned, and then we park it on the front line.
That's exactly how it goes. Now, Hector, let me ask you something. You're out there, you're looking for cars, you find a car, it's at one of the car dealerships that traded it in. You look at it, you're looking at from one side, looks pretty good. You walk around, you get to the other side, and it looks like maybe it's side-swiped a truck. What do you do with a vehicle like that?
If it's been hit that hard, it's not a Motor Zone car. It will not make it to this lot.
Okay, let's say it didn't quite hit the guardrail, and all it did was scrape a little scratch right along there. What happens then?
We buy the car. We do get that repaired. You know, as minor as it might be, we get that repaired, and we park it on the front line afterwards.
Awesome. What's it look like out there? Are you finding a lot of cars, or everything look copacetic, or what?
Cars are a little bit more difficult at this time of year to come by, but we're still getting our inventory. We're still getting our cars picked. I'm still cherry picking from all the new car dealers. So we're getting our inventory. Our lot we have a good supply of cars, a good variety of cars. So we're in good shape.
You know what? I'd have to agree with him too. I'll tell you, it is so much better. It is so much nicer than traveling to the auction and just bidding on a couple cars like the other ones do, and then they pull them down, pull them up with a truck. Some they drive off the truck. Some they have to push off the truck, throw them on the front line. Some of them they don't even open the hoods to check the oil. I mean, the Motor Zone, we are a totally different experience. Here, we do care. We get that car back here. It goes through a multi-point safety inspection. We fix whatever needs to be fixed. Or if we decide not to fix it because the car needs too much, we'll turn around, send it to the auction, and then one of the other buy here, pay here places buy it. But here at the Motor Zone, it's going to get certified because we will not deliver a car without a 2-year, 24,000 miles warranty. It comes with the car. Who would want it without it?
You'll get a free 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty with your purchase here at the Motor Zone.
All right, Joe, so here at the Motor Zone, buy here, pay here has never been so easy. I mean, there's a couple things, and this particular banner really says it all. So let's just take a minute here and go through it, okay? Buy here, pay here. Now, a lot of times when you think of buy here, pay here, these are some of the things that you don't think about. Number one, down payments starting at $99. Let's just stop there. How unheard of when it comes to buy here, pay here is down payments starting at $99 as far as being unheard of?
It's unheard of. People with perfect credit have a hard time getting a car with $99 down. Buy here, pay here, it's unheard of. There's always a catch. $99 down. Oh, wait, there's another $1,000 or $1,100 in taxes and tags that you have to come up with. So that's not really $99. It's $11.99. Not in the Motor Zone. No, it's $99 down. Forget about the taxes and tags. They're included in $99 down. We put them right into your payments.
So, moral of the story is when you come to the Motor Zone and you talk about down payments starting as low as $99, there's not going to be a little tap on the shoulder and says, well, that's great, but what about the tax and tags? How are you paying for that? Are you going to hear that, Joe?
What we like to call that is the bump.
There is no bump.
No bump at the MotorZone.
Never happens.
Never happens. Nobody ever reaches in their pocket for their taxes and tags at time of delivery or 2 weeks later or anything like that. It's spread out along your payments, and that's how you pay your taxes and tags. So you do not have to come up with it right now and then, nor do we ask you for it right there and then. All we need is $99 down. Everything's budgeted on your income. It's all about income and stability. That's all we care about. We really don't care about your previous credit. We care about income, and we care about stability, and that's it.
Stability, not so much the credit report.
Not so much the credit report.
Okay, now, next thing. This is also unheard of because let's face it, Joe, sometimes when you think of buy here, pay here, you think of a situation where, that particular place may have, just got a car in and they don't do any pre-checking. They just put it available for sale. But of course, here at the MotorZone, you guys put everything before anybody sees it through the shop to make sure it's right, double right, and different things like that, and certified. Hence, a 24-month or 24,000-mile warranty. Now, notice the word included is there. That means you're not charging them extra for that, are you?
Two words mean that. Number one, warranty means that. Otherwise, it would be extended service contract. Warranty and include both go together. That means it comes with the car.
Wow.
It comes with the car. Nobody's going to tap you on the shoulder in the back and say, listen, by the way, would you like to purchase a warranty? You're like, no, the warranty comes with the car here at the MotorZone. 2 years, 24,000 miles. And I'll tell you, there's a couple reasons behind that. Number one, you're doing buy here, pay here because things have been a little bit tough or something happened at the job or something like that to kind of get you in a little bit of a bind. Well, the last thing we want to do is keep you in that bind. That's the reason why we report to all 3 credit bureaus, like I said. The next thing that comes up is I buy a car 6 months down the road, my transmission goes. Now they want $2,000 for a transmission. We all know transmission shops don't have a time payment plan. They want the $2,000 now. So either you got to have the availability to go out and borrow this $2,000 to get the $2,000 somehow, some way to get your car fixed. Or the car doesn't get fixed, it goes back to the bank, and building that credit just took a nosedive. So what we do with the 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty, it's got a $100 deductible. So if your transmission goes, it's $2,000 to fix it. You're going to pay $100 plus $7 sales tax, $8 if you're in the city of Philadelphia, and that's it. And it's going to get repaired. It's kind of hard when you're making your payments and you're struggling a little bit. You make your payments and now your transmission goes and now you have to make that decision. Do I fix the transmission and not pay for the car? Well, that'd be nice. But then when the bank gets the car back, it's good. It's going to have a good transmission. You don't want to do that. Or I keep paying for the car, park it on my driveway, and at least I'm going to have good credit at the end. Well, that doesn't do you much good either. This puts it both together. As that transmission goes, you got to reach in your pocket, pull out $100, pay your deductible on it, and off you go. You're driving over the wild blue yonder.
Down payments as low as $99. Tax and tags included. Here at the MotorZone.
Again, I'm Joe Galati, General Manager of the MotorZone here at 1835 North Black Horse Pike in Williamstown. Standing here with Eva. And Eva, just a couple questions for you. It's about making payments, car payments. You're pretty good with that, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Let's just say I'm riding by. I got a pocket full of money on me, and I want to stop in and make a payment on my car.
You can come in and make your payment.
Okay. Let's just say I don't have a stack of money on me, and I'm driving by, but I do have my checkbook. What do I do then?
Write us a check for your payment.
Okay. Let's say I forgot my checkbook home. I ran out of the house with no cash, but I got my debit card or my credit card.
You can use your debit or your credit card.
Okay. And let's just say I'm home. I don't feel like getting up. Too hot outside. Don't feel like driving all the way up to the MotorZone. Gasoline just went up $0.10 a gallon. Don't feel like driving in and making my payment. What do I do then?
You can sign up for ACH, which is automatic withdrawal, and it qualifies you for a discount on your payments.
Awesome. So in other words, you'll just take it out of my account, and not only do I not have to drive up to the Motor Zone, but I'll also get a discount on that?
Yes.
Awesome. Do you have anything you might want to ask me?
Well, I heard on Saturdays you're going to be doing a new thing if your payments are up to date and you make your payments every week.
Yes, and I'll tell you how that works, Eva. Funny you should ask. Here's the way we're going to do it, Eva. On every Saturday, what we're going to do is all the people that have made their payment that week, no matter how they made it, any of the ways that you said, they've made a payment that week. On Saturday, we're going to have a drawing. We pick your name. Your payments are all up to date. You're not behind or anything like that. Bingo. MotorZone's going to make your next payment for you. It's that easy. Is that another reason to say what?
I love the Motor Zone.
Serving customers from the Philadelphia metro area, Delaware, and New Jersey, here at the Motor Zone.
All right, Joe, so we've been talking a lot about there's a lot of things that make the Motor Zone a different kind of buy here, pay here experience. That's been our theme today, right?
Correct.
Okay. So there's a line that you hear a lot, especially when you talk about buy here, pay here. And the line is this: our loans help to establish or reestablish your credit. Now, let's face it. What good is it if you make a whole bunch of payments and when the end of the payments come, your credit score doesn't go up or down, it doesn't move because nobody knows that you've made those payments because it's all contained in that buy here, pay here operation. However, at the Motor Zone, it's a little bit different than that, isn't it?
Yes, it is, Greg. Here's what it is. In today's economy, with people losing their jobs or getting hours cut back and, everything that's going on, it's tough for some people, and I think everybody has felt the pinch somehow in one way or another. But what happens is they get a little bit behind and they go out to that new car dealership, or even the used car dealership, and they don't want to, they're not able to do anything for them. So what they do is they come here, they come in to buy here, pay here. And the biggest complaint that I get about buy here, pay here is, well, the only thing I don't like about it is you pay all that money and you get no credit for it. You end up where you started, not here at the Motor Zone. That's why we take the time to report you to all 3 credit bureaus. Each and every payment, Greg, go through all 3 credit bureaus. That's TransUnion, that's Experian, and that's Equifax.
Wow.
Every payment that you make to the Motor Zone will definitely be reported to all 3 credit bureaus. So our whole thing is about, if you need to reestablish your credit or establish your credit, well, this is the place to come. This is the place to come. That's what we do here. We're all about rebuilding your credit, putting you in a transportation that's not going to break down on you. And if it does, because they are used cars, if it does, you have a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty on it. It's just, I don't know how it gets any better than that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've told you from the beginning and we'll continue to tell you, if you're looking for a different kind of buy here, pay here experience, think about it. Helping to establish or reestablish your credit, there's nowhere else that I am aware of that when it comes to buy here, pay here, will report to all 3 credit bureaus. They do here at the Motor Zone. Of course, down payments as low as $99. Of course, that's unheard of. Tax and tags are also included in that, and also matching your down payment now through the end of the month, dollar for dollar, up to $1,000. That's unheard of. Couple that with a 2-year or 24,000-mile warranty that is included, you get the drift. It's a different kind of buy here, pay here experience, and it's right here at the Motor Zone, 1835 North Black Horse Pike in Williamstown, New Jersey. And Joe, after they leave the Motor Zone and they know all 3 credit bureaus are going to know about those payments, what are they going to say?
Come on down on the weekend, jam with us, and we love the Motor Zone.
Our loans help you establish or reestablish your credit here at the Motor Zone.
All right, Joe, so there's so many things that make the Motor Zone a different and unique kind of buy here, pay here experience. But here's something that's just terrific. If you come to the Motor Zone and say you come, but maybe you make the mistake of leaving your spouse at home. You come here, you find a car, and you say, boy, this is exactly what we need. And you get it home, and, well, it is exactly what you need, except for the wife doesn't like, or the husband just doesn't like the color. So what do? Well, here at the Motor Zone, Joe, I think you guys have an answer for those type situations where when you get it home, for whatever the reason, it just doesn't quite work.
Yes, we have a big can of spray paint in the back. No, only kidding. We'll make that car only. No. We have a 48-hour, no hassle, money back guarantee. That means, Greg, just like you said, young lady takes the vehicle home, or the young man takes the vehicle home, the wife just doesn't like it for one reason or another, says no. I just don't think that's the right vehicle for us. I don't think the color matches the front door. Whatever the reason might be. As long as you return that car within 48 hours and don't put more than 200 miles on it.
Same condition.
And return it in the same condition that you left on it with it, bingo. We're taking the car back and giving you back your money. Now at that time you may pick out another vehicle. You may just want your money back, whatever it may be. It's called a no hassle return policy. That means for any reason. There doesn't even have to be a reason. It's no hassle.
Now, don't forget, in addition to that, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Motor Zone, if you come here and you recommend somebody buy a car, you guys have a terrific referral program where all you have to do is have the back of one of your business cards, give it to that person, they mention your name, and what is that referral program worth to them?
Two, not one, but $200.
Not $2. Oh, okay. Not $2 bills.
$200. $200 just for referring somebody. They come in, buy a car, you get $200 for referring.
We pay $200 with our referral program here at the Motor Zone.
All right, Joe, so as we've been talking throughout the program, it's a different kind of buy here, pay here at the Motor Zone. And here's another reason why. You guys like to party on the weekends.
That's right, Greg, every weekend. Starting Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We have music, we have hot dogs going on. It's just a party atmosphere and just a party going on. That's what we do here at the Motor Zone. Why? Because everybody loves the Motor Zone.
Ladies and gentlemen, not only do you get a great deal and a great opportunity to get a vehicle and get back on the road again today, but if you come here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, party on the weekends with hot dog and sodas. It's all right here at the Motor Zone, 1835 North Black Horse Pike here in Williamstown, New Jersey. And oh yeah, Joe, at the Motor Zone, they party on the weekends, and when you leave here, what are you going to say?
Well, what time is the drawing? And, yeah, because we even have drawing on the weekend now. No, we're not only partying on the weekends, we'll be giving away money on the weekends, okay? You come in here, you friend us on, or you just tag on that you've been here, you visited the Motor Zone, you're going to be in for a $25 drawing. If your payments are on time and you pay a payment that week, you're going to get picked out of the payments that were made, and Motor Zone's going to make your next payment for you. Only here at the Motor Zone, we party. I mean, now we really party. We party on the weekends.
And ladies and gentlemen, when you leave here, you're going to say, I love the Motor Zone.
We party on the weekends. Free hot dogs and soda here at the Motor Zone.
Okay, I'd like to take this time right now to introduce all the folks here at the Motor Zone. We'll start off down the end. That's Keith. Keith's the guy in charge of keeping all these cars lined up, straightened up, cleaned. I mean, he does it all. Next, we have Hector. You all know Hector. Hector's our buyer. He's the guy that goes from dealer to dealer to dealer, cherry picking cars for us. Then we have a new addition to our sales force, Kirsten. She just joined us just a couple weeks ago. And then we also have Tony. She's also in our sales force. Eva, who's been here quite a while. And Nicole, who is our title clerk, our cashier, and our office manager. She's got 3 hats. We just spinning them around. And me, I'm Joe Galati. I'm the general manager right here at the Motor Zone, 1835 North Black Horse Pike in Williamstown, New Jersey. We all love the Motor Zone.
Advantage Broadcasting. Move ahead.